Hello everybody, it's Zerda back again today with another magic testing video. This is Zerda MTG, and today I'm trying to debate right now actually, you'll know before I will, if I'm going to try the cat oven list, that basically just the original, pretty standard, but I think it's well positioned again right now, mostly because being able to aggressively attack before you can get Agent of Treachery or Mutate comboed out is probably pretty good. And Red White Skies, which is something I've been thinking about. Basically just trying to build a budget aggro deck. I would definitely play more Hushbringers, but trying to use Rally of Wings mostly, and Cavalcade of Calamity. As a secondary, Loyal Pegasus doesn't really fit. Also a very bad card. However, I think it's worth trying to break Rally of Wings. And I also wanted a bit of burn to finish people off. It's done better than I expected, by which I mean I've played like 3 games with it and it won 2 of them. No indication of how good the deck is at all, but I mean, I expected to just kind of sit there and flounder. I could imagine this having terrible issues, not having enough flyers, not having enough 1-drops, not having enough impactful 1-drops, but mostly I just kind of want to explore the space that hasn't been yet. The alternative being basically just Cauldron Familiar Gutterbones, Knight of the Ebon Legion, because I don't think you want to play the waiting game right now. Serrated Scorpion, Claim the Firstborns, drop down to 3 from my typical 4. A lot more expensive creatures out there right now. Less untappy with Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Witch's Oven, Rixmidi Reveler I still think is really good in this list. Personally, I'd rather have something more aggressive, but I think that there's not something aggressive enough that I would drop the Rixmidi. Dreadhorde Butcher, Kroxa, Gall the Death Dweller, and of course Luris. So, let's see what well, I guess I'll be starting with some Cat Oven. Maybe I'll just do both today. You'll see in the title of the video what I've actually decided, or I'll name it something archaic so that you won't, and I won't have just been saying all this nonsense for nothing. Oof, Kahira. Creatureless Control is a possibility. They're on the play. So, I'm gonna keep on the chance that Claim is good. Nope. Oh well. His hand isn't the worst because of the Rixmidi Reveler at least, so I will be able to fix it somewhat. And if I get lucky, my opponent will decide to get a little frisky here. Alright, no blocks for me. Let's see. I definitely want to deploy more threats, and quickly. I'll give some thought to just blocking with the Serrated Scorpion here. If I don't do it this turn, I'm planning on doing it in a future turn. I think my best draw is a land so that I can attack with both knights and then just pump the one he blocks. Or she. Never know. Oof, Rule Fires. That's right. They tend to. Okay. This could be bad.
Beauty lies in variation.
Let's take the last card from their hand. And then attack them with the... Oh, no, they didn't take damage, so Let's not attack them with the serrated scorpion. Plussing to make a 3/3 is very, very powerful.
Arcbow is quite
Alright, the fact that they minus is
My
pretty
herd
bad for
grows
me.
Ever larger.
Oh, and the questing beast with it. Alright. Yeah, I don't see myself surviving this. I don't see any way. Yeah, there's no way for this deck to come back from what my opponent just did to me. Honestly, I should be saving my wild cards to get fires, but oof. Getting absolutely savaged. Let's run it back. See what we can do. Alright. Wish we were on the play. Opponent has no companion, so not sure what they're doing. If I was on the play, I'd like this a lot more with Gutter Bones into Dread Horde. As it is, I think it's still a keep. We do want to be the aggro deck, is what I'm feeling. There we go. Are they flash? No. Let's see. I don't think I'd want to run out the priest even if they are flash, because right now they're representing some counterspells. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Dread Horde Butcher. Swing in. Could be a brazen. Ah. Not how we like to use our Dread Horde, but I'll take trades with it. Still got in for 2 and got a card out of their hand. Okay. So I'll deploy another Dread Horde and run back the same play as last turn. Just want to get the pressure on as quickly as possible. Alright. Next turn we finally get to double spell, which will be nice. Get another swamp here for obvious reasons. And I'll attack first. Oh, that's great. Now, if we connect, we're able to deploy a Knight of the Ebon Legion and get in for, and get his pump going. So that's what we're gonna do. Familiar 1. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Deployed it there to try and force a counterspell. And if I get them to counter my Cauldron Familiar, I'm not sad. There we go. Sea Dasher Octopus is no problem for me. Trying to think if they have another mutate threat. I mean, they could, but as it stands, I think I'm just gonna swing out here. Maybe I keep the cats back? Yeah, I think I keep the cats back as blockers. Because Sea Dasher can be a problem if they just start drawing as many cards as they want. And this is enough to pump the knight. No blocks. Deploy 2 priests here. No worries. That's why we have 2. And so grows the knight. Just letting us, just in case that's the, Salty thinks they're about to win. I really need to actually just turn off commenting. He's not in the mood to get message griefed today. And let's go back in for some more cat oven. After this, I might try out the red-white skies. It's just kind of nerve-wracking to do it when you're wanting to not lose rank because of, ooh, on the play. I like double gutter bones. I wish I had another land. But if I draw 1 land, this hand kind of just unlocks itself, so I'm going to keep this. Alright. Tap land from the opponent is what we like to see. Second gutter bound. Here we will attack for 4. No fear of losing gutter bones, of course. They do eventually recur themselves anyway. Makes me feel like my opponent has something. I'm gonna deploy the priest. And if it's a removal spell, I hope they use it on the priest. If it is a flash creature, then I'll be glad that I have the priest out. Because all I want to do is keep the pressure on my opponent. Any time, your turn. Alright, excellent. And this was flash again, so I'm glad I ran it out there. So I think the plan is going to be attack with... wish there's a way to both attack, sacrifice whatever gets blocked, and sacrifice the Croxa. Oh. Didn't want both of those things to happen. When I said it, I kind of meant only one. I think I want to get the Witch's Oven out before too long here, and drop the Serrated Scorpion. Just so that I can double spell. No blocks. I'd rather the Scorpion does the absolute maximum amount of damage it can. And if they want to start Sea Dashering now, they can be my guest. And that's why I wanted to do it the way I did. I will be deploying the Rixmedi Reveler. Ho-ho. In order to discard the cat. And then I can just get the cat back for free. Although here I kind of do want to just deploy the Croxa. No, I'd rather, because they might try and empty their hand a bit more next turn. And make it a little more certain that we get the 3 damage out of there. I don't think there's any chance of it really happening. But it is still something we would rather happen. So we'll play as if it can. Croxa is better when it does 3 damage to an opponent who dies to 3 damage. They don't have any exile that I'm aware of in blue-black for, and there we have it. Was also just trying to make sure that I could swing in. But I did want to obviously conserve the cat. It is our best chance there. Alright. So let's play a game with Skies, because I said I would, even though I kind of wanted another one with the Cat Oven deck. I was rather enjoying myself. I enjoy small little synergies like that being repeated over and over again. Really hope that that sound from outside isn't getting in here. That'd be unfortunate. Alright, this is going to be a keep. Let's see, on the play, that's better. They're Karuga, the Macro Sage. Ugh. So I'm going to lead on the Healer's Hawk, I think. Hope to draw a mountain, if not. Or is it better to lead on? Actually, I think it's better to lead on tap land into. Biggest problem I have with this deck is the mana base. And wanting a lot of untapped lands. Alright, let's see. I'll lead on Healer's Hawk. Because if I get a little bit lucky, then this is going to be a lot of damage. And if not, I still get to deploy a Loyal Pegasus, I suppose. Not that I knew that then, but let's pretend I did. Or not. I'm assuming I'm going to be facing down at least one removal spell, which makes me feel better that they're actually going to Bone Crusher Giant, because it makes it less likely they just have the Sweeper for turn 3. Does mean that it's effectively a double removal spell, because we can't attack with our Loyal Pegasus right now. I'm not sure. Do I want another white source or another red source here? I think I'll take another white source so I can eventually Lurrus. Yep, that is fine. I'm a lot happier if they're on the Brazen Borrower and Bone Crusher plan than if they're on another. Yeah. So, I'm still going to deploy the Sky Knight. Just represents more damage eventually. Oh, Storm's Wrath. Deploy Sky Knight. Is this just a blue-red control deck with Karuga? I was assuming this was going to be fires, but now I'm not entirely sure. I think my plan will be to just shock the Brazen Borrower if they deploy it, and if not, deploy another Sky Knight. Huh. Alright, that's beyond what I can do, but depending on what they block, this Rally of Wings can be used to win the fight. I wish that was an instant, honestly, but doesn't much matter, I suppose. Rally. Eat their shark, hit them for 1. Deploy a 1/1. Real shame we had to lose our rally there to keep our pressure up.
I have practiced against many things. Take thoughtfulness before action.
And if that's their primary 2 mana removal though, we shouldn't have to worry about them finding. Alright, so it is fires. Is this just blue-red fires? Huh. Another Bone Crusher. Oh, we found a Cavalcade. So we will deploy that at least. So, and it has to be the one it's attacking. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore the Narset and just try and get them dead as quick as I possibly can. We're not going to win the long game anyway. Keeping them off card advantage can be nice if this finds a sweeper. Obviously that sucks, but I think our best bet. Oh, if it finds a repeatable sweeper, oh boy. Oh boy. Even just goes down to half.
I've always wanted to make a really big fireball.
Alright. Do I just Luris and accept that I'm going to lose whatever I get back? I'd rather Luris a Sky Knight, I think. I also think I'd rather deploy the Hushbringer. Just deploying Hushbringer here means that they can't Karuga and start drawing a bunch of cards. And it also means I'm likely to be able to answer their Chandra here. More than happy to deal with the Chandra.
I've got a burning desire to finish you.
If I draw a land, I'll deploy Luris Plus. If I don't, I might still deploy Luris Plus. Alright. Blue-red fires was not something I had on my radar when I was building this deck. It does speak to me though. As does a Brazen Borrower Bone Crusher Giant removal package, because I like the idea of just having a bunch of threats in your Fires deck. Huh. Alright, is getting bleaker by the second. All we really want is for our opponent to continuously attack us though. Oof. Another Narset. Gonna go digging.
No one is more prepared than you. Hone your prowess.
Luca. Of course there's a Luca. Why wouldn't there be? Well, I'm not gonna lose my Luris if I can avoid it. Let's just hope that they have some other creatures and don't manage to hit an agent. Pretty sure that's nigh impossible. Well, we have lost. So let's send one final hurrah towards them. And yes, you can block. Alright. And we have lost this one. Sweepers had, other than the 3 mana, hadn't been something I was, considering there. Let's play another game with red-white skies. Try and figure out exactly what we'd want to do. I'm pretty sure you want to make it blue-white, but I really do like the idea of a flyers deck with Cavalcade as a secondary rally of wings. Maybe you make it Jeskai and just need to have the mana base for it. Get a lot more one-drop flyers from blue. You know what? I'll keep this. This will definitely confuse them. Healer's Hawk into Cavalcade. We are the Mad Lads. And I'll be sure to keep this. Alright. So, just waiting on our opponent to figure out if they're going to keep or not. They are saying hello, so we may as well. Oof. And is it a fox? No, it is this version. Well, aren't they going to be relieved when we turn out to be playing some nonsense? We'll deploy the Hushbringer on 2. Not to stop any triggers, but just to get down another Cavalcade body. Abzan. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll let you. We're not gonna trade off our Healer's Hawk quite yet. It appears they fear the mirror. Fool. You're playing no good deck. Ah, for shame. I am, however, wondering what the green is for. I think I just go blue, drop the Cavalcade. I don't like Unbreakable as much, but I think it might just be better. I'm gonna keep swinging in, because it's basically all we do, and we really, really don't want to just trade with their... No, I think... Yeah, we're closer to Lurising than they are, so... When they Luris, they'll get to instantly kill ours. Yeah, we have to stop attacking here. If we still had the Hushbringer, I'd say keep attacking. Lifelink would be enough to help us race. 2 creatures versus 1 is also obviously significantly different. Oh. Alright, now I'm pretty sure we're just gonna die. Still block there because our plan is still to bring it back next turn. We do have to shock. after this, we will switch back over, and I'll try and stew on exactly what we're going to do with this deck. Maybe even just... It's the power of Rally of Wings that's really got me. Just a 2-mana pseudo overrun is really powerful. Alright, so I'm tempted to trade my Lurrus here, which seems like a surefire way to lose this game. Yeah, they'll get it back. Take the damage here. And I'll count on the lifelink to get us back into it. Oh. Okay. Rather have the lifelink anyway. Next turn we have the potential to do a considerable amount of damage. So let's see, we 5, 6, 7, 8 coming at us. We'll attack here. Wish this thing could block alone. So we'll use the Hushbringer to chump the Pride. Actually, this isn't lethal. Is there any way we have lethal next turn? No, but we could gain an absurd amount of life. Kinda sad about the non-bow there. Dropping to 1 because the opponent isn't very likely to have a way to burn us out. Is it just for Mythos? Alright. Let's see, Cavalcade. Double Cavalcade doesn't do it here. Doing main phase only. No matter what, we're still deploying a Cavalcade. Suppose it shouldn't have done it pre-attacks. No, I didn't have much choice. Did also gain Vigilance. Can I do this in a way where I kill my opponent's board off? Don't think so, because next turn they just get to Lurrus me. Alright. I can, this turn... I don't see myself winning this no matter what happens, so I'm just gonna get on in there. Leave back my Lurrus and anything else. Still have me take 4. Yeah, I'm losing no matter how you slice it here, so I'll be glad to just do any amount of damage I can and help fulfill my daily quests. Blocking with Stone Coil will mean that I don't gain life from Lurrus, of course. I could have dragged this out, but I think that it's pretty unlikely that I mount any kind of comeback from here. Yes, that does have reach. Something pretty easy to forget. Hold on. Is it Cavalcade or the creature? Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Oh yes, okay. I miscounted how much life I was going to gain when Delirious swung. Nope, that is already it. Alright. And we'll do one more with Cat Oven before signing off for today. Or actually, you know what? Let's just play something else even. Let's go ahead. Something we haven't done in a while. Let's do Team Wreck. It's been a while. I think I'll try out the Reed Duke Orion list. I think just having a companion is worth having the Reclamation less frequently. Against Kahira, I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with this. I'm gonna lead on the Triome so that I take that back. I'll lead on the Breeding Pool. I was gonna say so I have enough green mana. But now that I, sorry if there's any noise coming through. The gardener's just coming by. Let's see. Yeah, because now that I have another source of green mana, I don't much mind. Expansion Explosion is something I want eventually, but is it something I want right now? Let's see, that's the Sultai. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, and just trust that my deck does what it's supposed to do, and finds the combo. Fiend Artisan, eh? Wasn't expecting that one. Right here, I could deploy the Uro, but I'm just gonna end. I will, Mystical Dispute anything that I deem to be a massive threat, and if not, I get to cycle the Triome at end of turn. Or Triome. You know what? I view that as enough of a threat. If I get disputed back, so be it. So groweth the Fiend Artisan. Let's go ahead and deploy Uro. Put a forest down. Shocking Steam Vents. And pass the turn. This way, if they want to counter my growth spiral for some bizarre reason, they'll have to do it without just using the leftover mana they had. Yarok. That's a scary one. Deploy a tapped cards in yard 3. Alright, still a ways away. Deploy tapped Steam Vents. And if we need to, we will Dragonfire, expansion Dragonfire. Although I can't imagine what would make us do that. Current plan is to just intervention dig. Risen Reef even doubled up is fine. eventually what we're doing is more powerful than what they're doing. Get to do it again. They just can't have a Agent of Treachery, which is the biggest concern. Oh. Okay, 3 times is fairly absurd. But let it happen. Oh, wrong card. Top 4. Suppose we'll take a growth spiral and another explosion. There's a wreck. Stop on our end step. We will deploy the Triome now. Looking for as much mana as we can get. Alright, so if I do that and I whiff, do I still get 2 expansion for enough? Yes, I do. So I can still kill the Yarick. Excellent. Don't want more lands, though. Red. Resolve. And for how much? 6? And draw. Discard the negate. And let's see. So only 15 damage from an expansion explosion next turn. So I guess we'll be doing more deploy Uro. Oh. Oh, that's not something I saw happening to us. Okay. Now we might be in trouble. Which, I mean, actually dead. Alright, did not see the Nethrall coming. That is fairly sweet. I'd imagined us being alive, being able to kill off whatever else we needed to, and deploy an Uro. Not a exact cease. But alright, that is pretty cool. And that covers it for today. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I will see you all next time.